Heart pumping, muscles extending. Every body is a miracle. And though we share so much, everybody is unique. What's your passion? Hold on to it. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Welcome to day 3 of the Iolani Classic, brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health. We have the Kahuku Red Raiders brought against the Kamehameha Warriors. My name is Ian Young, and I'm joined by Kevin Scanlon. Kevin, your thoughts about this upcoming game?
Yeah, well, we have kind of nice to have a inter-league matchup between the ILH Kamehameha Warriors and Kahuku from the OIA. So it's kind of nice to get a preseason taste of what both teams and leagues have to offer. I'm sure some of these kids are excited. There's some crossover. There's some, relations and family and friends and whatnot. So it's pretty cool to see these local teams kind of get after each other.
Yeah, and it's been an exciting first 3 days of this Iolani Classic. We're just about set to get out of the way. 1 minute till we have our starting lineups. Coach Kevin Scanlon, yeah. This Iolani Classic is always great. We get the day one, right? The excitement of day one, the energy of the local matchup, local teams going up against the elite teams from the mainland. And then we settle into these great local matchups, sometimes interleague matchups, sometimes, ILH versus OIA teams, and sometimes some of these previews of, post-season matchups. That should be a good one. We're just about to get these starting lineups, so we'll turn it over to public address announcer Rudy Tulangari.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to the 40th edition of the Iolani Classic here at the lower gym of Iolani School. Game number 12 hits the home team Kahuku Red Raiders from Kahuku, Hawaii against the visiting Kamehameha Warriors from Honolulu, Hawaii. We'd like to start by introducing the starting visiting Kamehameha Warriors. A 5'8" senior guard, number 3, Nahiku Kahalea. A 6'3" senior guard, number 13, Makai Bar. A 6'2" junior guard, forward, number 21, Jin Miyahani. A 6' junior guard, number 23, Keahi Smithson. 6'4" junior guard, forward, number 24, Shine Salvador. Head coach for the Warriors, Ron Moran. And now your starters for the home team, Kahuku Red Raiders. A 5'10" junior guard, number 2, Mystique Akina Watson. 5'9" sophomore guard, number 10, Cassius Davey. 6'5" sophomore guard for number 14, Ronan Naive. 6'5" sophomore for number 15, Noah Vena. 6'3" senior for number 24, Benson Gu. The head coach for the Kahuku Red Raiders, Brandon Atani. Enjoy the game.
Kahuku Red Raiders versus the Kamehameha Warriors. Set to tip it off here. We have Fienga jumping it up against Miyahana.
Everybody's got to tuck in their shirts. It drives you crazy. You tell them 15 times, but they wait till the very last minute to tuck it in.
Off the tap, that ball goes out of bounds off the Warriors, so that'll give Kahuku the first possession. Red Raiders in the beautiful white jerseys.
Yeah, these are sponsored by Nike. They made home jersey, home whites for all the teams. Wonderful gesture. I think a lot of that has to do with the 40th celebration of this great tournament.
Fienga on the beautiful drive, and the nice layup puts Kahuku on the board first.
Not only is it the school names on the front, but on the back it's Aloha Aina, which can be translated multiple ways, but important to know it has a connotation of to defend and to protect and, you know, be a patriot of the land. So kind of cool that they add that in there.
Beautiful bounce pass that time, and Fienga able to finish, and he has 4 points early. Puts the Red Raiders up 4-0 early in this one. On the scoop shot, beautiful by Nahalea. Left-handed scoop shot.
And Nahiku looking like he's okay so far. He rolled his ankle last night, so you can still see he's a little bit feeling the effects of it, but beautiful up and under move there.
Left-handed dribble on the pivot and the fadeaway. That time, Nahe. And Kahuku able to find some scoring early. Warriors right back. That one short on the three. Halea unable to connect.
He can shoot it from half court, so, you know, it's never a bad shot if you're open. Under 30 feet for Nahalea.
Keenum Watson on the drive, and his pull-up is short. Nahalea on the rebound will work it back the other way, looking to push the Warriors. Bar on the drive, finds Miyahana. Keenan Watson to Naihe. Back to Keenan Watson, drives baseline, but he'll be called stepping out of bounds, which will give the ball back to the Warriors.
Good early pace for both teams here. Red Raiders into their sets easily. So Coach kind of happy with that so far.
Bar on the dribble is fouled. Naihe will pick up his first.
It's an unfortunate case of being standing by a guy when he slips. You know,
Yeah, right.
The ref
With
can't not blow the whistle.
appearance of the foul,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. That's all. It's unfortunate.
On the kick out, Gu rattles one in for three.
Yeah, Shine Salvador there, and he actually hit one when I was walking in warm-ups from the same spot.
Pardon me, that's Salvador. Gets the friendly bounce. And here's Naihe, and then on the good passing, the Red Raiders gets Fenga with the nice left-handed hook shot. Baby hook, yeah.
Fang, nice and patient with his footwork there. Didn't rush it, as so many kids tend to do when they catch it in the post.
Nahelia probing, Warriors driving, but that's turned back by the Red Raiders. They'll go back the other way. Stolen by Barr, and he'll have a breakaway. And he'll finish it to take the lead by 1 for the Warriors.
That's one of his strengths. He's so long. He anticipates so well. He gets those all the time, and really got to be conscious when you're coming to the top of the key where you have a easy passing lane for a steal and score.
Yep. The quick steal and up high for that layup. On the high pick, Akina Watson looking to create, and he'll find in the corner Naihe, who's no good on the corner 3. Back the other way, Salvador. And in the corner, shot no good by Sniffin. Akina Watson on the left-hand layup, and that's good.
Kid's got to make an adjustment. By now you're almost through the first quarter and you realize touch fouls and bumps and reaches and hacks aren't really necessarily going to be called. So adjust accordingly.
Yep, as we see Cassius Daly with a nice left-handed layup to put the Red Raiders up by 3. And we'll get our first substitution of the day. We have Botello and Tassi coming into the game for Kamehameha. They'll replace Miyahana and Nahalea. Akina Watson looks inside. Fenga working the left. Off the pick, Akina Watson rises up, and his jumper is good.
That's a shot that most guards got to have in their bag, where you either coming off a pick and roll or getting to the lane lines, where before you encounter that secondary help side defense, I'm able to just pull up and rise and knock down a 15-footer. Mature, balanced game Akina Watson has.
Number 13, Makai Barr.
Back the other way, we see Makai Barr getting to the line. You have 2 shots. And first substitutions for Kahuku, Justice Daly checking in for Ronin Naihe. And quickly back into the game, Nahiku Nahalea replacing Keahi Sniffin.
The Warriors playing short-handed and losing their starter from last year, Xander Aquino, unfortunately, to a knee injury in the preseason. So Coach Ron Durant gonna have to make a little shuffling and figure out reestablishing roles and who's got what, as Nahalea with a nice little pickpocket and easy 2.
14-13 Red Raiders. 1:13 left as we see Akina Watson right back with the 3. First quarter of the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. Baseline drive kick. But wrist shot is good, but the whistle is called. I'm not sure what the call was. 3 seconds. So the shot is waved off.
Yeah, the post was looking to see if he can receive it from Barr. Barr drove, and then if Barr had shot it, would have been okay, but he kicks it out, and that's a standard 3-second violation.
The hanging shot, beautiful shot by Daly. Back the other way, and on the pull-up is long. Barr unable to hit Akina Watson back the other way quickly, and the kick out to Daly, and the hit. 10 seconds, shot clock is off, first quarter. Nahalea on the answer, that one short. And as the buzzer sounds, that one hits the front rim and almost goes. But after 1 quarter of play, Kahuku Red Raiders 22, Kamehameha Warriors 13 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Rox, what's going on over there? Come on. Some kind of orangey stuff.
I think it's orange oil.
Orange oil? What's that about?
For termites.
We should do that. But I don't think our guys do that.
So why don't we get the right guys?
At Pest Tech Hawaii, we offer orange oil treatment as an alternative to tent fumigation. So let our guys be your guys.
We're Pest Tech Hawaii.
Welcome to Hilo, Hawaii, where the water is as pure as the aloha that flows through it. Waiakea water is naturally alkaline, full of minerals and electrolytes, and always giving back to our planet and people. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Welcome back, Coach Scanlon. Your thoughts on the first quarter?
Well, Kamehameha doing a decent job defensively, but Kahuku just taking balanced quality shots and knocking them down. We'll see if they can sustain that. And on the other end, Kamehameha hasn't got quite their offensive rhythm just yet, but they're going to see if they can. Kahuku extending a little bit this man pressure.
Warriors with the ball to start this second quarter. On the drive, Botello able to finish to cut into this lead, to cut it to 7. As we see the Red Raiders back the other way. Keenan Watson and Daly, who's had the hot hand, misses on that one. That 3 is blocked by Dowling. And the hanging left-handed shot is missed, but a foul is called, which will send Venga to the line.
What's interesting is that so far, you notice of the two teams, Kahuku playing a little bit more under control and discipline, a mature first sort of 9 minutes, and yet you only got one senior out there. They're a very young team. They start 3 sophomores. They now have Dowling in there, 12, just a freshman. So Coach Akana, you can see he and his staff really give these kids their agency to kind of figure out who they are early, and they're really playing a nice cohesive first quarter, first half.
As we see a foul called on Kamehameha Warriors, Hazen Botello.
And that's including, I think, Coach Akana and staff. They lost a couple of players, two to three players. Forgive me for not retrieving their names. The twin brothers and another kid who went off island. So you can imagine, right? They still had to rebuild with this young core that he has.
Keenan Watson pulls it out. Daly over to Keenan Watson. His 3 is no good. Nahaleau will push the nifty dribble and drive and the find and the nice finish by Miyahana.
Such a smooth player Nahaleau is, and by putting pressure on the D, attacking as if he's going to score, allows the big to commit an easy drop-off for lay-in.
Red Raiders will look to set up their offense.
The Warriors shifting to the zone here, 1-2-2-ish.
Inside entry and a kick out, and the high arcing three drops. Justice Daly on that one.
Justice, just a freshman.
And back the other way quickly. The Warriors to bring it back to 7. Kaimi Dowling gives the Red Raiders another shot at this possession. Dowling over to Justice Dale, and he hits his second in a row.
Justice is served. Back-to-back threes by the young freshman.
Warriors back on the attack. Halia. Kick, three-pointers, no good. Back the other way, Red Raiders. Akina Watson will take his time. And Cassius Daly will set up. 4:16 left in this first half of play.
Ignore that. That's just the cue going off there from the score table. Everybody's in a Christmas mood, right?
Ball goes off of Kamehameha Warriors. So it'll stay with the Kahuku Red Raiders.
Into the game for the Warriors, number 2, Potre Omo.
As Coach Brandon Akana calls a timeout.
Full timeout, Kahuku.
And we'll stay here. We have a full day of basketball, and this is our last game of our consolation features. And coming up next is our first game of the quarterfinals.
I believe it is the Brewster Academy versus
Wheeler High School,
Marietta, Georgia.
Yes.
And we were at the coaches mixer last night, chopping it up with all the different staffs, and one of the things we were talking about is what a quarterfinal that's going to be. I looked at the slate of it, like that's going to be a dogfight. I mean, just athletes on both sides, and Brewster really gets up and down. And I did the Wheeler game the other day, and they're stout and solid defensively. I mean, it's talk about just to start off the quarterfinal slate, right? With high level matchup.
Following that, we'll have St. Paul the 6th Catholic High taking on Veritas. And then the host Iolani School will take on Utah Prep Academy at 6:30. And at 8 o'clock, Imhotep Institute Charter will take on Oak Hill Academy at 8. Back to this game, Kahuku Red Raiders leading the Kamehameha Warriors 29-19. As we see another three by Cassius Daly.
The Dailies, I think, have four trays by themselves, right?
Halia unable to answer, but the Warriors retain possession and able to connect, and Salvador finishes.
That last three by Kahuku, Barr went for a steal and didn't get it, opened up the lane. Akina Watson able to do a nice penetration, jump stop, and kick to the three. Perfect execution.
Akina Watson pivoting. Dowling looking inside, a quick change of direction, and the kick out on the three.
That all starts with penetration. Kahuku doing a nice job of getting guys where they should be, which is in the corners, especially ball side, so you always have that option. And Kamehameha giving up the gut a little bit too much, and so we have an easy kick. The last several possessions, wide open corner threes.
And there's a three for Shine Salvador, cutting into that lead under 10, which cuts it to 8 with 2:18 left in this first half. Akina Watson coming right back.
It's just refreshing to see these kids, especially Kahuku. Every time they're picking up their dribble, it's a jump stop.
3 no good by Justice Daly. Kamehameha Warriors right back the other way quickly. Coltrane Omo penetrating, kicking. Makai Bar on the kick out back to Omo, and his 3 is no good. Halea, no good on the pull-up. And with 1:26 remaining, the Kahuku Red Raiders looking to add to this 8-point lead. Toweling to Akina Watson, and Akina Watson on the pull-up, and that rims out. Salvador gets it poked away. Daly with the open 3 in the corner. Can't leave him open, but that one is short. And Akina Watson on the cleanup is fouled.
He'll be on the ground. Ball out of bounds here.
Checking into the game for the Red Raiders, number 24, Benson Gu.
Benson Gu enters the game, giving Noah Fenga a break for the Warriors. Kiahi Sniffin goes back in for Coltrane Omo. 42.9 seconds left in this first, in this first half.
KS playing straight man on the baseline out of bounds, which not too many teams do necessarily, and you kind of get in trouble a little bit because you got a lot of screen-to-screen interactions, and so a lot of confusion. And Dowling snuck one in there. Interesting Dowling, and seeing him grow up a little bit. He played in the same sort of leagues as my 7th grade son, and so to look up, and here he is in a varsity matchup playing major minutes, you know.
That's great.
And he's funny how time flies, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's 1 of 2. Steal by Benson Gu will give the Red Raiders, which should be the final possession as the shot clock is turned off. 13 seconds left in this first half. Akina Watson's shot at the buzzer is no good. And at the end of the first half of play, it is the Kahuku Red Raiders with 33 points. The Kamehameha Warriors with 24 here at the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
When you come to Iolani, something you'll constantly hear is one team.
Our one-team culture began in athletics.
In arenas that demanded humble leadership, and persistent teamwork.
Over time, this ethos has found its way into almost every aspect of life at Iolani.
Ways that are both felt and found in passing.
In its simplest definition, the idea of one team isn't very unique.
We've all heard it in speeches or stories about the team over the individual.
But this implies too little for a way of life we have defined with so much.
You see, one team values shape our education.
Pairing knowledge with character.
Passion with discipline. It reminds us of humility in success.
And persistence in failure.
One team reveals that the true impact of our education doesn't only lie with what we've learned.
It develops in us values that see the compassionate choice.
Choices that give back and solve problems that matter to all of us.
It's the understanding that when we stand for each other,
we lift each other up.
The one team spirit endures in our global community of educators and students,
artists and entrepreneurs,
doctors and lawyers and researchers and leaders,
who all recognize that the greatest challenges we face are overcome when we work together as one.
This is what we pass on to our students, faculty, families.
Because we believe this is the most gracious way to live,
as well as the greatest foundation to go out into the world
with great poise, empathy, and determination.
Iolani School, one team.
What's your passion? What fuels you? Hawaii Pacific Health's Bone and Joint Team is here for you and your family, so you can keep doing what you love. Hawaii Pacific Health Bone and Joint Centers.
Hey, I got the job.
So I can go part-time.
Yes!
Some days bring new opportunities. First Hawaiian Bank can help you say yes to making the most of them. Manage your accounts, earn cash back, and when you need advice, we're here for you.
We should really get him into an art program.
No matter where your journeys take you, you can bank on the best. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Welcome back to the Iolani Classic presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. We're at halftime of the Kahuku Red Raiders against the Kamehameha Warriors. It's the Red Raiders leading the Warriors 33-24. My name is Ian Young. I am joined by Coach Kevin Scanlon. Coach Scanlon, your thoughts of the first half and as we near the start of the second half? What do you see?
A really nice first half by Kahuku in terms of balance and pace. They did not make very many mistakes, took care of the ball. Defensively, kind of got Kamehameha out of sorts on offense. They didn't really get a rhythm going, whereas the Red Raiders looked really comfortable on offense, getting the shots they want. Primarily predicated by Keena Watson's attacking the paint and kind of cutting up that D a little bit. They got to hit a bunch of threes. That always helps. But KS is right in this game. They're only down 9 and did not play their best half. And kind of starts with how you build back. It starts with not giving up wide open corner threes. It starts with taking better care of the ball and a couple of silly turnovers. Let them get away from it, and it converted on the other end by Kahuku. So if you're Kamehameha, you're fine. Okay, Kahuku will probably cool off. We just keep ourselves in rhythm offensively and put a little bit more pressure on Kahuku so they don't get the ball up the court so quick. But entertaining first half for sure.
Yeah. And Coach Scanlon, you've been involved in this Iolani Classic really from its origins, from the very start. You've been involved in it as a player, as a coach. What does this Iolani Classic mean to you?
Well, it's kind of like a part of your life, right? It's like a Christmas. Like, you know, you think, a lot of people think, oh, it's the holiday season. Well, one of the holidays in there for me, for a lot of us, is the Classic, right? And it's just comes at a perfect time where school is just getting out, the excitement of an impending break for students and teachers, and, you know, just general good vibes of being able to relax and really enjoy high quality hoops. And it feels good to do it and be a part of it in a place where you kind of grew up. And also seeing what Coach Young and others, the other vision 40-something years later, is still alive and well, and really appreciate a lot of our sponsors who, you know, they make these things possible, right? Yep. This doesn't come out of nowhere, and you know, the countless volunteers that give them themselves, come after work, between work, before work, you know, to give their time to the school and this tournament. So really is sort of like it's apt that it's during Christmas season, because it feels like, you know, opening up a present, like, who do we got today? Oh, we got Brewster Wheeler. Nice. How about you there, Mr. Young? You yourself?
And I had, you know, I did the previous game with Coach Greenhill, and we were talking about memories and, you know, favorite players. One of my favorite memories when I was in the 7th grade, and I'm not sure if I should be telling this story, but I remember watching, it was Tolentine, I think. I was a 7th grader, and, you know, with our good friend, Kai Machida, great memories, and who has since passed, but we would love to come to this Classic. But me and Kai, at halftime of the Tolentine game, and I think they were down, hiding in the locker room underneath the bench, listening to their coach chew out their team, just giggling, 2 7th graders. But one of the fondest memory, you know, of just enjoying the Classic as 2 7th graders, you know, just innocently just loving basketball, right? And so we have all these great memories of the Classic shared together, right, through basketball.
That's hilarious. And for a lot of these younger, you know, students and kids that come to watch, right, they don't know the impact of it, right? Time will go by and they'll get older and like, man, you know, those are very fond memories as a kid, and gonna have no worries, and, you know, dad'll drop you off, and, you know, at 3 in the afternoon, and mom will pick you up at 10. You know, it's just kind of a, you know, and it's also a nod to this campus and these people here that make it just a sort of a welcoming, safe environment.
That's right.
For young and old. So
best really player or favorite player that either played against or witnessed?
Played against or witnessed. Well,
Coach Greenhills was Dennis Scott.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I guess it means more the younger I was, right? Then, yeah, Dennis Scott, I think, was the first sort of, about 87 or so, right? We're probably 6th grade or so, and he was one of the first ones that, you know, you're taught, what, you're 6'7", you belong in the post, right? And he was just outside, just ripping threes.
Humming threes, that's right.
We're just sitting like, what? This is going against, this is not what you're supposed to do. So for some, it was kind of a mold breaker in a way, right? You see this,
that's right.
Obviously turned out to D3, turned out to be who he was. But I don't know, I just off the top of my head, I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking actually some of the local talent that caught my eye, you know, and Coach Brandon Akana's older brother, Jaron, I mean, who came in here and, right, took it to.
Yes.
Shoots, I forget their name. I think the team from Utah. I mean, he gave him the business.
Right,
right. You know, Garrett Gabriel.
Yeah,
you know,
right. That's right.
So, you know, Brad Stewart. You know, he was one of my favorite players as I was a middle school kid coming up.
Right.
So, again, the beauty of the testament to this tournament as well is you get exposed to a lot of this.
You're
talent.
giving me goosebumps.
Yeah,
right? Just by saying those names. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, as we're about to get on their way with the second half of Kahuku Red Raiders, Kamehameha Warriors. Keenan Watson bring the ball into play. Red Warriors looking to continue their hot offensive play, and the Warriors looking to say otherwise with the steal, going back the other way, and the hanging finish by Makai Bar.
Just what the Warriors needed, opening possession, get a steal and score, cut it to 7.
Cassius Daly looking to attack the Warrior defense. Over to Naihe. Red Raiders showing patience as the shot clock goes down to 0. Warriors back the other way. Nahalea kicks it out, and able to draw the foul is Salvador.
Interesting, just a minute into this second half, and it's almost like they all went into the locker room and they switched auras.
Yeah, maybe it's that side. Yeah.
Kahuku coming out looking unsettled and unsure of themselves in their first couple of possessions. Kamehameha looking confident and attacking. So interesting how that works.
As Salvador hits the first of 2 free throws. No good on the second. Cassius Daly gets the rebound. Akina Watson looking to set up the Red Raider offense. Post field juggled and over to Gu, who gets the conversion.
It's part of the experiment of, as Nahalea drops in a nice leaner, you know, early in the preseason, you're trying to set up a zone, and people don't realize zones are harder to play than man, I think, and because one thing goes wrong and it can break down, like just like it did on that last possession. Guys miscommunicating and pointing and saying, "You're supposed to have it, I'm supposed to have it." Bar with another steal.
Back the other way. Bar draws the foul, so the Warriors really putting the pressure on Kahuku, and the scoreboard showing this pressure, cutting it to 6 as we see an early substitution. Justice Slade into the game.
It's kind of nice seeing a bunch of my old students out there, be able to see them in action, you know, not just in the classroom. So Justice being one of them.
Great. Sniffing, probing. The look inside, and the save over to the Red Raiders. Pushed by Nahe, stolen by Salvador, back the other way, and the hanging layup is no good. But Slade able to collect and finish and cut it to 4.
Yeah, Salvador kind of got hacked there, and you don't really airball a layup, you know. So he's look of consternation. Going, what do you think? I'm airballing layups over here? Nice little dump downstairs.
Yeah. And on the high-low action, Gu, the benefactor.
A lone senior so far seeing minutes for the Red Raiders.
On the steal, Gu. Getting our first look at Malachi Lee checking into the game.
Malachi, sometimes you have to double check. It's like, are they checking in 2? Oh no, that's just one player. Okay, it looks like there's two players.
Sending a screen, working in and frees up Nahalea nicely.
Well, and that part of that too is, you know, you have Lee in there, you know, occupying not only space but attention, and gives Nahalea a little sliver.
And closing out nicely on the shot.
That's a common error you see with young players is when they're catching it and they're making their shot fake move and they often shuffle their feet, and Halia got called for that one.
4 minutes to play in the third quarter of this one. Red Raiders hanging on to a 3-point lead. And that time the 3, can't keep him down for long. Cassius Daly.
And that's a good lesson here is that Kahuku was just running a man offense versus the zone. And you don't have to have a tailor-made play for a zone necessarily. A sniff and misses from the corner. Right, they just ran their simple man action and got Daly a wide open bucket. Speaking of wide open buckets.
The 3 dribbles out, and Benson Gu, right place, right time for the follow. The Red Raiders quickly back up by 9 points.
Okay, yes, this possession is turning into your turn, my turn kind of deal here where there's no real action off of the ball. Slade with an open corner 3. How Akino Watson came up with that one, I'm not sure.
And the nice body control to finish, and all of a sudden it's the 11-point lead for the Red Raiders.
I wish more players would use the backboard straight on. I don't know if it doesn't look cool. I don't know what it is, but for most players, they have an aversion to using the backboard straight on when it's almost an automatic bucket, right? You just lay it up there and it drops in.
It works at Dave & Buster's.
That's exactly right. The Papa shot is the way to go, right?
Checking in for the Warriors, number 21, Jaden Iolani. Also back in the game for the Red Raiders, number 3, Justice Daly.
Coach Akana not afraid to use his whole bench and youth here. He's already got 2 freshmen, Daly and Dowling, logging significant minutes.
Watson with the quick hands, gets the steal, pushing it back the other way. The left-handed layup is no good. Three off the mark by Slade, and the Red Raiders will look to walk the ball up the court. Rebound Naihe, and the strong finish.
Timeout here, but Coach Rand, also one of the issues with playing zone is it's challenging to get box outs on. You don't have the same guy you're assigned to, so another challenge that they're working through. So I wonder if we can get confirmation on this, but if I remember correctly, Kahuku High School might have gotten their mascot nickname from the host, Iolani. At the time, Red Raiders. We'll call in our house archivist, Wes Nakama, when next time we get a hold of him. But you know how stories go is that they didn't have, they're just starting out their programs, and so they're looking for uniforms, and Iolani donated a bunch of their uniforms to Kahuku. Iolani now just the Raiders. Kahuku remains the Red Raiders.
These Red Raiders will play again tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. against Punahou, and again on Saturday at noon against University Laboratory. Kamehameha Warriors will play tomorrow at noon against Leilehua, and on Saturday at 9 a.m. against the host Iolani Raiders. Halia looking to create, these Warriors looking to cut into this 13-point lead with 1:30 left in the third quarter, and that will help as Salvador hits a three.
Nice play by Barr there, recognizing the jump on the double. He knew Salvador would be open on that slip.
The drive by Nahe draws the foul. That'll be Salvador called for the block.
And for both of these teams, you can see how important having a steady hand at the helm in Akino Watson and in the Halea, right? So you can, as a coaching staff too, you can just, it's so much of a comfort blanket in a way, right? As you know, you have a veteran leader, and it allows space for these younger guys to figure things out.
Pass to the corner. Warriors, that ball is stolen. Nahe back the other way. The lob pass is collected. Shot no good. And a nice layup. That time by Makai Barr. The body control. And a nice strong finish to cut the lead to 9.
Terrific athlete. He's the definition of a slasher almost, right? I mean,
yes.
That guy gets up the court quickly. He finds little wrinkles where you don't think they are, and strong finisher.
About an 8-second shot differential. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get it up. And they do. Oh. 3 seconds in the quarter. Halea's shot is short, and at the end of 3, it's the Kahuku Red Raiders 47, Kamehameha Warriors 38 here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health.
Caring for the people of Hawaii has been HMSA's mission since day one.
As a father, everybody just wants the best for their kids. HMSA allows them to get the best health care they can get.
We believe in meeting you where you're at. That's why we have the largest choice of doctors, hospitals, and pharmacies across the state.
Having HMSA as a coverage, we know that we're gonna be covered no matter where we go.
Caring for you is our privilege. It's why we started this company. It's what we do today, and is what we'll continue to do tomorrow.
Hardware Hawaii, your Kailua hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Kailua, helping you find what you need is our top priority. Take our lead lumberman, Eddie.
How's it?
He enjoys helping customers find what they need.
My customers are like my friends. It really makes my day when I get to help them out.
Right on, Eddie. Here in Kailua, we're here, ready to serve you. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Back here at the Iolani Classic, presented by Hawaii Pacific Health. 4th quarter, Kahuku Red Raiders, Kamehameha Warriors. Red Raiders lead 47-38. My name is Ian Young, joined by Coach Kevin Scanlon. Red Raiders looking to build on this lead.
Kahuku had a 13-point lead, and Kamehameha did a nice job of not letting it slip away from them at the end of that quarter. Now you're still in business here instead of being down 15.
Keenan Watson finds Justin Daly, and Justin Daly with a nice bounce pass to Nahe, and Nahe converts.
And that's probably a result of Daly's early threes in the game,
yes,
where you had to close out hard and have to give up the drive.
And back the other way. Another nice pass, this time by Sniffin, with a chance for the three-point play, Miyahana.
That'll be a candidate for our first Hawaiian Bank dime of the game.
Yeah, great look there. Sets up Miyahana, and he converts the traditional three-point play. Keenan Watson directing traffic. Nahe with the long three is no good, but Daly to his brother. The three is no good. On the follow, Keenan Watson shot is no good, but Daly on the pick. Back the other way. Quick steal. Makes it a 10-point lead with 6 minutes in this fourth quarter.
Somebody called John Stewart. It's beginning to be the Daily Show here. Just a sophomore. Such a good-looking player.
The driving kick. Three-pointer's no good. Scramble for the ball. Daly with the recovery, and we got a timeout by Coach Brandon Akana. We'll get a 30-second timeout here, so we'll keep it right here. Warriors came out strong, was able to come into the lead, but Red Raiders responded. Seems every time the Warriors cut into this lead, Red Raiders come right back with timely scoring or a timely three.
And again, such a young team having the mark of maturity. I mean, that's so important. You know, cutting a lead is one thing, but holding a lead is also another. And you know, smart, timely plays on Koku's part and forcing tough shots for the Warriors keeps you at arm's length for now.
Yeah, and you mentioned the composure and playmaking of Keenan Watson. Corner drive by Daly. Fight for the rebound. And the hand one on the cleanup. Nahe, that ball seemed to pop in the air, but on the long stretch, Nahe able to convert.
It's bad luck for Salvador. He was on the ground, stands up, and the guy's in his face. So it's kind of a hard luck on that one. But you see if you're going to go 1-2-2 here, or some type of even, as Nahe finishes that, some type of even bottom, and the challenge is how do you guard the corner, right? So you got a 1-2-2. Who's got the corner where, right? Especially when the ball is. So we're still seeing Kamehameha trying to figure that out.
5:11 left in this one. Red Raiders holding on to a 13-point lead. Keenan Watson holds the dribble in the corner, looking out to Daly. Cassius Daly over to Keenan Watson. He'll try the three, and that one's no good. Kai Barr over to Shine Salvador with a nice floating layup on the right side.
His length makes it a little difficult to gauge here. You think you got him, and he go gadget arms, and he stretches out, and you can't do anything about it.
Nice give and go. Nahe.
Daly is such a heady player. I mean, he diagnosed that early on and realized that there would be confusion.
Halia somehow gets it through, but unable to convert is Miyahana. As we near the 3-minute mark.
That's we can log that travel call. That's as Miyahana gets in that one. We're going to give that the Roberts Hawaii traveling call of the game.
Down here on this other end, the deep three that is way short goes right into the hands of Miyahana. Block by Naihe. Ball is saved by Halea, but no one in the area. Watson in no hurry here, hanging on to this 11-point lead. And another travel.
To be clear, it's another travel call. We're not sure if it was actually travel, but that's how that goes.
Halea looking to create and does, but a foul is called to give the Warriors the ball underneath.
Yeah, under 3 minutes here. They got to start to make a move here, down 11.
Bodies on the floor. Warriors retain possession. Halea with a nice baseline jumper and a quick timeout by Coach Ron Durant. Looking to strategize. And this will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
Hi, guys. Poor man's West Nakama at your service.
Hey, and we are joined by John Tamanaha, who I believe will be doing the next game.
Yeah, along with Coach Michael Mung.
All
but
right.
I heard you guys are doing a great job. You mentioned the Red Raiders history. The poor man's West Nakama has showed up.
I didn't want to bother you. You're an important man. I didn't want to bother you.
So, well, yeah, John, can we get the history?
Yeah, Father Bray. This is the Father Kenneth A. Bray Athletic Center. In 1950, donated Iolani's uniforms to the school up in Laie. So, Red Raiders. It is true.
Such a great bit of history and a great connection right between the two schools.
To be clear, the school is actually in Kahuku, but
yeah,
we get the gist.
Yeah.
Brother-to-brother connection there.
2:24 left in this one. Halea hanging and is fouled. Send him to the line for 2. Still time in this one. Lead is 9.
You got to score, a stop, and a potential score here. I mean, this is the way you claw yourself back with the limitations of the clock, right? This is a great way to come back. The clock is stopped. You can get some points during dead balls. So look for the Warriors to continue to attack. Hopefully frees up an open kick 3.
Lead is 8. As Kamehameha picks up full court, Akina Watson advances the ball over to Justice Daly. Feeds Naihe.
Notice the Warriors have to shift to a man now to extend pressure because the zone is going to chew up too much shot clock.
Akina Watson is fouled. Was it a pass off, or I guess he's going to get 2 shots.
Yeah, and Sniffen just got a little too anxious there. You're forcing Akina Watson to an off-balance runner really late in the shot clock and just couldn't resist the bright orange ball.
Akina Watson hits 2 important free throws. Three is no good. And the ball tipped out of bounds.
So here comes the pressure from the Warriors here to see if they can turn things apart and start it with a travel.
Yeah.
There you go. See that a lot. Players start to move. They don't realize the guy surprises them. The guy's right there, and you get 2 steps before you put the ball down.
Jaden Mihana on the drive is fouled. He'll get 2 shots.
Draws the frustration of Coach Akana. You have a player driving into help and guard from the perimeter sort of reaching in, trying to take a poke. Again, that ball can sometimes be like the ring in the Lord of the Rings. You just can't resist it, right? You
look to be clean up top, right? But
totally on the outside with no foul at all.
Yeah.
It was a reach hack by Aquino Watson, but
foul is called by Sniffin. Warriors' 4th team foul.
Daly got away with them when there. Took a chance, he didn't need to.
And that foul by Makai Barr will send Keno Watson to the line for 2 shots.
He's an early entry into our all Inoa team, our all name team for the tournament. Mystique.
Yes.
That's a cool name.
Hits both free throws.
His play today has certainly added to the mystique of this solid junior guard they got hiding out there in Kahuku.
On cue, gets the rebound. Keno Watson on the save. He's really been everywhere and has been everything, right? As far as maintaining composure and leading this team. But it's also been a team effort, right? Justin Daly, Cassius Daly, but really the Red Raider team as a whole, right? Contributing to what looks like a victory here against the Kamehameha Warriors.
Well, finding a tandem of solid guards who are reliable and they can create their own shot as well as for others. Savvy, high IQ. That's really a great foundation for a team that could make a stretch long into February. Let's not forget the extra motivation that States this year will be at the Cannon Athletic Center out in Laie. So extreme home court advantage if you're the Red Raiders. So you have a lot to play for to get to that last weekend in February.
Thursday, December 19th will forever be known when Kevin created the first Hawaiian Bank Dime Award. Let's see if we can get that approved. I love that.
There's more. We're actually,
I bet there is.
I already know the answer to this, so I'm going to award already now. I'm going to award Malachi Lee with the Big Boats Incorporated Big Shoes of the game.
Oh, that's rubber stamped approved already.
Yeah, my guy
Go
has
ahead.
big boats. Actually, we joke because I see him in school and we both have size 17-ish. And so I tell him when I see stuff, I'll let him know when I see shoes because it's hard to find anything to fit us. So actually a good time to elite player. Bar since the 3. Now, the one I'm struggling with, Ian, is the Alakai Leader Award here, because you got Akina Watson and Daly both really. Let's give them both to him. I don't like doing that, but let's give it to them. It's hard to choose, right? They both get the Alakai Award by Alakai Executive Search.
As the clock winds down, and that'll do it for this game, as the Kahuku Red Raiders win against the Kamehameha Warriors 62-54. Coach Kevin Scanlon, your final thoughts for this game?
Well, I think, you can see the Warriors, they've only played, I think, 5 preseason games, so 6 including this one. So you can see they're a little bit behind in terms of the mileage that teams normally have at this point in the preseason. So, they've got some time and space to figure things out. But for Kahuku, really, we leave here thinking, okay, you start to think about who we might predict we're going to see at that state tournament. And out of the OIA East, I'm looking at a very formidable opponent in the red and white here.
Yeah, and we'll see these teams again tomorrow. Like I said, Kahuku Red Raiders will play at 10:30 a.m. against Punahou. Kamehameha Warriors will play at noon against Leilehua. Coming up next, we have Wheeler High School out of Georgia against Brewster Academy out of New Hampshire. Yeah. John Tamanaha, you'll be bringing us that game. John, you want to set up that game?
Brewster Academy beat Montverde on Sunday. Number 1 ranked Montverde. Brewster moved up to number 2 in Max Preps, number 4 in ESPN. Wow. They play on public school powerhouse Wheeler out of Marietta, Georgia, coming up next. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Kevin, you first. This is a packed quarterfinal field. Like, who do you got?
Yeah, we were trying to sort it out last night. I'm trying to keep track. It's a little overwhelming.
It is.
This arguably is, it could be the deepest Iolani Classic field in memory. I can't think of a
shout out to Tony Dorado from Nike who helped us with that.
Absolutely, and he knew that with the 40th, it being the 40th, he really wanted to make something special. So, the styles of play, I haven't seen all of these teams, so I don't know, but
it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. This quarterfinal game that you're about to call, John, it's a barn burner. I'm trying to think of a better quarterfinal matchup at 3:30 in the afternoon. How lucky are we?
Ian?
Yeah, and so, I'm going to do a little cop-out. I don't like to predict. I just like to enjoy.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
That's all of us.
So stay tuned. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back for that one.
About 3:30. So if you're jump on the YouTube stream, we'll start up on Spectrum S-Cast at 3:30. But a different. All 4 quarterfinals are on different YouTube packages. So that's coming up next.
Very good. So on behalf of Coach Kevin Scanlon and John Tamanaha, this is Ian Young signing off. Aloha.
Aloha.
When it comes to AI, there's something big happening. The smallest things are creating giant revolutions. At Worldwide Technology, we're at the forefront of AI. With our one-of-a-kind AI proving ground, cyber range, and full-stack approach, you can build, test, protect, and implement AI solutions that deliver for you and your customers in a big way. Worldwide Technology. Together, let's make a new world happen.
What's your passion? What fuels you? Hawaii Pacific Health's Bone and Joint Team is here for you and your family, so you can keep doing what you love. Hawaii Pacific Health Bone and Joint Centers.